Your life will become more and more a demonstration, and your ideas will have more potency because they will ring true. These are not temporary ideas. They are permanent ideas. They are lasting. They are meaningful. The path is not difficult so much as it is exacting. Like following a footpath through a dense jungle, you must watch your steps carefully and be very attentive to your environment as it changes. You cannot go running ahead, proclaiming yourself or your ideas, trying to improve people or situations. You must follow the way carefully and slowly. In this way, the dangers of the jungle will not affect you. In this way, you will foresee danger and difficulty and will find a way to avoid them or to change them if that is possible. If you can receive, you can give. Until you have received and learned the way of knowledge, you cannot give it because it is not you who will do the giving. It is knowledge itself that will do the giving. This is the great difference, and it will make all the difference in your experience and in your expression of truth. How is knowledge transferred from one to another? It is ignited invisibly. We speak to knowledge within you, not to your mind. If you are connected to knowledge and can experience it, you will feel the depth and impact of what we are saying. This is how knowledge is transferred. This is how knowledge is ignited. This is how true initiation takes place. There are outer things to do, of course, and they require much time and energy. However, the mystery, the transference of knowledge and the reuniting of ancient bonds, is something that is beyond the intellectual understanding of anyone. It must be experienced. You can speculate. You can fantasize. You can theorize. But the mystery can only be experienced. Therefore, to learn the greater community way of knowledge, to learn what greater community spirituality means and why it is so essential for you and for your world, you must begin to have this experience. It will happen in increments, depending upon your desire for it, your resistance to it and your capacity to feel it and to carry it. As your desire and capacity grow and as your resistance lessens, the mystery will take on greater and greater dimensions, and its rewards will grow for you. Your responsibilities will grow as the greater power within you grows. In time, it will speak through you and move through you. Wisdom is meant for the world, but it must be given to individuals, and they must prepare and be able to translate it into the existence, the language and the images of daily life. Pure truth, pure wisdom, pure affinity and pure relationship cannot be received here yet, except by a rare person here and there. And even these individuals must undergo tremendous development. This is because people's desire and capacity for truth and honesty, relationship and affinity are so very limited. It is also because people everywhere have dedicated themselves to things that they must learn to outgrow. This takes much time, and there are many failures, but the possibility of success is there. If you follow the way and if you learn the lessons as you go, without adding anything or subtracting anything, you will make the journey. You will pass through the jungle, and you will find the mountain and the way up the mountain. You will proceed in moments when you have vision and in moments when you do not have vision. You will proceed when you can see your goal and when you cannot see your goal. This is meant for you. You may disqualify yourself. You may reject the gift. You may give it other meanings or you may assign terrible associations to it. However, the gift is pure, and you must be pure of heart to receive it. To deny a calling in life says nothing about the calling but everything about you. You must be ready, and you must have the experience of truth. People lie to themselves. Their deceptions are in layers and become so deep that even the truth is just a fantasy to them. It is just an idea, something they cannot rely upon or experience. Truth always brings you back into relationship with life, with others and with yourself. Fantasy and deception always take you away. There is fantasy about everything, even about the truth. Many people will attempt to use the greater community way of knowledge to acquire power, to assure themselves of love and money, to gain advantages in life, to dominate others and to proclaim themselves, but they will not learn the way of knowledge. It will escape them entirely. They will only have ideas about it, ideas that they find to be comforting or self-inflating. However, the essence and the meaning, the purpose and the truth of the greater community way of knowledge will escape them entirely. They will use the words but be lost to the meaning. You will see this. Until you can value truth, choose truth and abide with truth, fantasy will be projected upon everything. Everything will be determined to be useful according to whether it substantiates and furthers your personal aims. How can anything real be found if this is the motivation? Here there will be no vision, no understanding and no comprehension. Things will not be seen as they are. They will not be valued as they are. Real opportunities will be lost, and dangerous opportunities will be chosen. Every failure started out as a good idea, something that would lead in the preferred direction, something that would further a personal cause. Let your failures in life, then, disillusion you and sober you, temper you and open your eyes. Accept your failures. Call them failures. They are failures. Let them renew you. Let them clear your vision. Let them free you from future failure. Let them give you discernment. Let them teach you discretion. Let them take you back to truth, which is what you needed to begin with. Things can be known at the outset. Truth is available because knowledge is within you. This is your gift to receive as it will be your gift to give. We have spoken of greater things in this book and will speak of greater things yet. We keep things in a larger context because you need to think about things in a larger context. This will show you how little your fantasies, your goals and your objectives are in contrast to the needs and requirements of the reality in which you live. This is redemptive. This will free you from the bondage of your mind. This will show you that your prison door is open and you need but step outside. Life exists outside. To be free of the mind is to gain new eyes, to gain new ears, to touch with a new sensation and to see things with a clarity that could only escape you previously. Wisdom leads to this liberation. Yet it does not lead to one great enlightenment experience. It is something that builds every day and gives its gifts every day. It leads you on to meet greater challenges and opportunities which you could not meet before. People only have so much time and energy for problem solving. If that time and energy is devoted to little things, it will be used up. If it is devoted to greater things, the little things will get resolved in the process. Little problems require little amounts of energy, and bigger problems require larger amounts of energy. By solving bigger problems, you will feel valued because you are doing something important. People suffer because their lives lack meaning and necessity. Thus, God gives meaning and necessity. Meaning is found in real engagements with others which serve a real purpose that serves the evolution of the world. Whether this involves feeding people, building bridges or teaching the greater community way of knowledge, it all serves the same purpose. Service must happen at many different levels, at the personal level, at the family level, at the community level, at the national level and at the level of humanity. We bring to you a challenge, an invitation, an affirmation and a recognition. As vast as it is and as great as it might seem, greater community spirituality, when it is really experienced and when it is really employed, gives you a greater ability to deal with what is in front of you right now. You see what is small, and you recognize it as small. You see something that is great, and you recognize it as great. You do not call everything great. You do not call everything small. You recognize what is great and what is small, what requires a little of your time and what requires a great deal of your time. Time well employed is time fulfilled. Time not well employed is time lost and wasted. You have only so much time in life. You have only so much ability in life. Where are your time and ability invested? Where are they given and what purpose do they serve? What part of you do they satisfy? Your personal mind, which is at the surface of your mind, is never satisfied. It must have more of everything. Its experience of happiness is momentary. It requires constant stimulation and acquisition in order to feel any kind of self-assurance because it only identifies with what it owns, both its physical possessions and its ideas, which its physical possessions are meant to validate. Satisfy knowledge within you and your life will be fulfilled. You will be given a new life, a greater life, a life that is simple and meaningful, a life that is powerful and effective, a life where you have real companions who are devoted to you and to whom you are devoted. And you will escape the great majority of the miseries that imprison everyone. If you can make this journey, and if you can choose this journey again and again, you will advance. If you quit, you will not advance. The journey is the way. You will only know it is the way if you travel it. Do not stand at the beginning and say, "Well, I'm not sure. Is this the way or should I do something else? Something else looks better. Something else looks quicker. Something else looks more pleasurable." Do not be deceived. You can only find the way if you travel it. The way of knowledge cannot be understood by standing outside of it and judging it. When people do that, they are only attempting to validate their ideas. Travel this journey and you will find out where it takes you. Where it takes you is to the truth that lives within you, to the truth that lives within others, and to the truth that lives within the world. Then greater community spirituality will make perfect sense to you because it will be obvious. Once you gain this vantage point, you will see how clear it is and you will also see why you could not have seen it before. God's first purpose is to unburden you in life so that a greater gift, a greater opportunity, and a greater calling can be given to you. If your hands are full of your own necessities, how can you receive anything else? If your mind is filled to the brim with stimulating and exciting ideas, how can any real insight emerge or be given to you? First there must be an emptying out, a simplification, an unburdening. You don't have to carry all of this baggage through life, the baggage of your possessions and your ideas. You keep what is needed and what is truly meaningful, and other things are simply given away because they are seen as burdensome. Nothing is taken from you. There are no thieves on the path to truth. Truth only gives and restores, verifies and confirms what is true in your relationship with everything, and most fundamentally with yourself. Who is wisdom meant for? It is meant for you. Through you it is meant for others, and through them it will be passed on again. This is possible because knowledge lives within each person, and because knowledge is recognized, valued, confirmed and experienced within the context of real and meaningful relationships. Though the world seems incomprehensible and dedicated to self-deception, dishonesty and destruction, the reality of knowledge that lives within each person lives today at this moment. It is this reality that must be confirmed. It is this preparation in the way of knowledge that must be given and shared. Then what seemed impossible before becomes apparent and achievable. Then what seemed confusing and complex before becomes a simple path through a dangerous jungle. The path you will follow is a simple path, but you will need to watch every step and be attentive to what is around you. In this way, you will move into life and through life, and you will have direction. You will be able to see everything around you with a greater understanding. And you will be able to see that which can move and that which cannot move, that which can advance and that which cannot advance, that which has purpose and that which does not have purpose. This can only be found by traveling the way. Therefore, the way is the answer.